I hate my body. I have body dysmorphia. Yeah.
Do you think that's okay to joke about?
No, I have it. There's something about me that's not white, and it's not just my head. Mine is.
I've got this thing on the end of my willy, and I just don't really know what it is.
It's called foreskin, fam.
What?
Ah.
Actually, that Randy thing being there is good because I can hide my tiny totes. Whee!
Alex, this isn't a foot fetish episode.
Zoom in. Enhance.
People are gonna look at your feet when you could be selling them for money.
True.
If you're good at something,
Don't do anything for free. Don't do anything for free ever.
True. What about
Gonna
charity?
send a nude to your partner? Pff, they got to start paying up.
Yeah, you can have a nude through my OnlyFans though.
The jar OnlyFans.
Nude of your like forearm.
It's just like we could build like randomization into our OnlyFans, right? So it's like
like a loot box.
Well, like whose thing you're gonna get.
Do you know what you should have made IHE a few years later? Because you know when you made IHE, you didn't show any part of you. What you should have done, you should have done your reveal through OnlyFans. So each post was a part of your body to make a full
This is actually
picture.
going to come up, not in the form of me, but of a face reveal that has kind of gone wrong for someone that I want to talk about in a bit.
Okay, well, good afternoon. It is summer. Do you know what summer means, guys?
What about people who aren't in the afternoon, huh?
Well, do you know what summer means, guys?
That it's warm?
No, it means we're going to go on a walk.
A hike for the centuries. Sorry, I mean a hike of the century.
We could call it like hike the return.
Has my cold affected my voice?
Yeah, you sound way more
dweebish.
Yeah.
So I found apparently
you actually sound like someone who actually plays Destiny now.
Apparently after the nose surgery I got, it can make your voice deeper, which might explain that thing this thing was saying.
I don't think your voice hasn't really changed since your surgery.
You just put it on anyway.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
You normally sound like Kermit. That's your normal voice.
Like Jordan.
Yeah.
Beef boy.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Woke moralists.
Well, that wasn't bad. Who's going to intro then?
Up yours, woke moralists.
Such a good quote. That clip, like it comes across as if it's like not. It's like it's AI generated or something. Like it doesn't seem real.
The weird thing is
Up yours, woke moralists.
The way it seems to like what the brain in a way that is really, really like fascinating. Like his GIMP post about how it was a CCP with that dungeon and you get that is like that's a level of brain rot where it's like what at what point do you see that video and think wow
that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen on the internet. When I saw that, I broke down. That was almost as funny as when I saw the first completed footage of Hunt Down the Freeman. That was a great moment for me. I collapsed on the floor laughing so hard. It was when the Keemstar clip was going around.
Yes, yeah, that did rock.
Wasn't Keemstar like one of the central like characters?
He was the president.
Oh, yeah, he had like it was like a radio scene, like the. That's right. It was the alien invasion had happened, and Keemstar announced
the aliens.
Like, aliens are here. Oh yeah.
that game was like too big, and it was always going to fail.
Speaking of like right-wing brain rot, have you seen this weird like pushback some people have against in the new Spider-Man movie? Peter B. Parker's like a dad, and he's got his little girl with him. Some people in their reviews be saying like they went and emasculated Peter Parker. They made him a pathetic, like all this kind of stuff.
Beta male. They made him like a dad.
It's like, it's not Lois. What's her name? The redhead, the Spider-Man character, Mary Jane.
They're like, she has red hair.
They were like, Mary Jane's at home, perfectly capable, ready to look after the baby. What? It's like the level of idiocy. Where it's like, That's your takeaway from that character?
But also their whole thing is like dads should be at home, like whole trad families.
So no, their point is more it's the mum's responsibility to be the caretaker while the Spider-Man's out fighting Green Goblin.
But like if you want families to be together, surely the dad should be taking responsibility of like bringing up the child.
But I think it was also like his visual design. They put him in like a pink dressing gown.
Well, they just made him a man who's comfortable with his sexuality, basically. And they said they're projecting their insecurities on this, Spider-Man character.
That's crazy.
Yeah, also, it's pretty obvious that the baby is like a spider baby.
Yeah.
Like, has spider powers.
Yeah.
Like, so who's the best person to teach a spider baby how to, like, be a spider
It's also
woman?
thematic as well, where he's, like, convinced by...
he was a father figure
mentoring Miles. And then, it's just crazy. It's also, like, a goofy comedy. Like, there's a T-Rex Spider-Man. Like, why is that... That's where it's like a problem.
It's like how it's much of a cesspool like gender politics is now. Where it's any portrayal of anybody is like a problem with someone.
Yeah, it's seeking like
outrage where there is none.
It's inverse SJ. I mean, it still is SJW. Like
it's the same thing.
It is,
but it's like what
justice.
Do they think is happening? Do they think that like there's this group of mustache twirling people that like gather in a room and they're like, we need to
feminize men.
Yeah, we need to unravel it's like, what do you mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, like should dads never push a pushchair?
Yeah, should dads never be like there for their child? It's like they want to complete the cycle that's made so many mentally ill people.
And it's like the whole character is like in the first movie, he's kind of like schlubby Spider-Man. That's like the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just continuing that. I don't know, man.
Yeah, now he's got his shit together, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Honestly, generally speaking, I think with movies, from what I found, is like avoiding like like Twitter and like YouTube for like the Critical Drink, whoever his name is. It's like that. Those level of like movie commentators are so like toxic. You just try to avoid that like sect of these movie reviewers who like view everything through that political lens. And you can usually get like over the sea fight.
Brain rot is the word. It feels like this like infection. I read this essay that George Orwell wrote. It's like only like 20 pages. And it was about this kind of thing, how like the way politics and language intersect is like the most toxic field, and like everything is like reduced down into these like catchphrases and like these small short words and things that are like so loaded, they're simultaneously loaded but they also don't really say anything. So it's just this circle of just
yeah, it's the like taking sides thing. It's extremely reductive.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but
just
here we are.
It's like going back, say like pre-SJW, like big era on the internet, before we were like politically knowledgeable. Would you willingly go back to that time where you were ignorant?
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like in this environment. Because we could do that because we didn't have social media in the same way. But now I can't remember. I can't remember when that tipping point. I think it was 2016 actually.
Yeah, that was it. That was when it was like, oh, I'm an idiot and I think this, and now it's like, oh, I'm actually intelligent now. And my views are completely different.
Just everything political, yeah.
Because it's like, I do wonder, ignorance is bliss, and that's like a fact. But is it possible to exist like that in current society with the way politics and like everything is like such intertwined now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because every form of media you want to consume, there's always going to be a political like controversy over it. Games, movies,
That's the thing, though. It's like I do find politics very interesting, and I think there's a lot good you can kind of learn. And I love political satire. I love like Succession, In the Loop, stuff like this. But the stuff people take away from it, man. I just feel like I'm watching something entirely different to the way some of these things are talked about,
I think it's a everything in moderation thing, again. Like, if you spend a lot of your time, if your pastime is like getting enraged by these sorts of conversations on any social media, then I don't know, it takes up a bigger part of your brain, so then you're seeing it everywhere. Whereas in reality, it's not really how the world works.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the best shortcut advice is like you just never ever get angry at anything online, like ever. So many times it's like someone will say something really stupid about like something I care about, cars or Warhammer or whatever, and it's like in that moment it's like you're so wrong and I want to prove you wrong, but it's like nope, I don't care. You just never get enraged.
It could be bait, it could be engagement farming, it could be a 12-year-old. You know?
Yes, you never ever like this morning there was one because I watched the short we did about gambling.
Yeah.
And in the comments I was like, I'm not going to feel like sorry for a gambler. They're stupid. They wasted their own money. And it's like you're so young you don't understand that they're vulnerable people. And I wanted to be like, you're a fucking idiot. And then it's just like, no, I'm not going to come. I'm just going to walk. Yeah. Didn't. And then I wasn't angry and it was fine. Just don't ever reply to any like. Don't be a commenter. And that might sound weird, as obviously we have the the comment section of the cast, but it's like not being a commenter has only made my life better.
Well, that's the thing. Like the majority of people are not commenters.
They're just lurking.
I think it's like less than 1% of people comment or even engage. Like most people just lurk.
But if you are a commenter, then all of your interactions are with other commenters that represent 1% of these people.
And then it gets like niche on niche when you like then go into a subreddit, and then it's like
and you're taking conclusions from your interaction with the 1% of the community regarding that thing, and then it like poisons you to think a certain way.
The only like commenting I do is like when someone makes a video and it is like really good and I'm like, great work. So like just nice comment. No, that stuff. It's like the best way to comment. Just like your video's epic. Boom.
Yeah, I'll leave a like. I'll leave a comment occasionally.
Likes are good, but it's like I'm not gonna like your video just because you told me to like it. You just got to work for that. Like
you got to earn it.
Yeah,
you gotta earn it.
But saying that, please like and subscribe and comment your thoughts, feelings.
Meta boost
ideas.
us. We're rivaling Joe Rogan. You need to subscribe, share, comment, post this in the comment sections of every Joe Rogan video. Yeah, do your bit.
Create as many bots as you can to copy and paste links to our channel.
Yep. And you can join the Jar Academy. I'm not doing it.
Speaking of
also,
link,
don't make bots.
Early rumours of Illumination joining up with Nintendo for a Legend of Zelda movie.
It was gonna happen. Happen.
Universal is like who's going to be making it, right? But they own DreamWorks, bro.
No, but
why would you give it to Illumination?
No, but they can't possibly give Link a voice. He has to be like silent.
What actor would they
if they give Chris Pratt, I'm actually going to become an angry commenter. I don't even like Zelda. I'm not even a Zelda fan. But you can't possibly give Zelda Link.
And people keep saying like, have
Link.
Have fucking
Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know,
Tobey Maguire.
No, you know God, my mind. I can't think
it's
today.
Gooned.
Yeah, I am gooned. You know, Miyazaki, Totoro,
Ghibli.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghibli should be doing it.
People keep saying that, but it's like, hold up, but the fuck, we've already got it. It already exists. We don't need this, okay?
Yeah.
No, what they should do, Ghibli animates it, right? Hideaki Anno is the director there. Zelda Evangelion. Like a deconstruction of
video games. Through film.
Through film by a really edgy director.
No,
it'll probably open on like We'll Rock You by Queen or some shit.
Yeah. No, I can't.
As he throws a wok.
No, it's something that like it can't be done. The Zelda audience.
No, it can be done and it will be done, but it won't be good.
That's what I mean. It can't be done well.
It can only be done in
Mario movie
form.
Couldn't be done well. Proof is in the pudding. Like Zelda
is a video gamey game,
but it's also got like it needs a bit of edge. You know?
Does it?
Just a very, very light sprinkling of edge.
How? Okay, you're gonna have to explain that to me because I've never like expected like Zelda. I never look at Zelda.
Majora's Mask is quite like freaky.
That is.
Yeah, and like the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they're like post-apocalypses.
A little bit dystopian then, like a tad bit like this.
And
yeah, I know what I mean.
like it's colourful and bright and like.
But I guess
the enemy is like a cool, like weird, gangly darkness things.
Yeah,
Ganon's this weird
like,
boar.
Especially in the latest one, I won't like spoil anything, but there's like creepy, scary stuff in there. And it needs that sprinkling. Like Ocarina of Time has like those creepy, like half sludge guys.
Yeah.
And there's like zombie dudes,
and the soundtrack really like shit.
Yeah, they all have like creepy songs and stuff. Illumination, they can't do that.
They will never be able to pull off any type of negative.
The tone that it would have to be is the Ghibli film, which is called
Princess
Mononoke, where it like rides that line between being like
fantasy, high fantasy,
fantastical, magical, like. And stuff you kind of associate.
It's got stakes though, and people are getting hit with like bows and stuff.
Yeah, and getting their arms cut off. It doesn't need to go that far, but it needs to take a step in that direction to catch the tone of.
I just think
Zelda.
like what these last two Zelda games, right? What is literally the worst thing about them? The cutscenes with the voice acting.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't. You don't do it, and they're gonna do it, and you're gonna have like the voice acting choices are all gonna be awful. Who are they going to give Zelda to? Because they can't do Taylor Under Joy. Because I think she would probably do a decent Zelda, but she's obviously did Princess Peach.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
They can't do Jack Black.
You can't think of someone boring enough that the Illumination would go to, you know?
Chris Evans.
Tom Holland probably for Link.
Yeah,
I was thinking that, or the guy from Dune, the French guy.
Timothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a twinky sort of dude. You know?
Yeah. I feel like they will be a twink actor. And Tom Holland and
Ganon will be like Will Ferrell probably.
Dude, if they did that. No, because that's another thing. Like Bowser is like a funny villain.
Yeah.
You know, he's like goofy, dragon, chunky, funny thing. Whereas Ganon is like actually a scary pig monster.
Okay, well, who's the scariest actor you can think of? Like the most deep, kind of viscerally.
Like someone who would actually be a good casting choice for Ganon.
Yeah.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah.
I kind of. I don't know why, but I want to say Werner Herzog.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Who's Werner Herzog?
Yeah.
Do you see that? Or is that a bit too out?
Hang on, I was picturing. Oh, the guy from Mando.
Yeah.
Werner Herzog.
Yes, but his voice is almost comedic to me now because of that
Penguin documentary.
Clip,
right, yeah.
which is like a sad quip and stuff, but it's...
I don't know, you could like maybe bass boost it a bit, do something to it, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the Skarsgård guy.
Which one?
The old one.
Yeah, the one in Andor and all that.
He's in Andor?
Yeah, he's like one of the best characters in it.
I think he's scary enough.
Stellan Skarsgård, right?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe this is a fire idea.
Yeah, this rocks.
Yeah, I'm not about this trend. I'm not about it.
No.
What is everyone saying about the latest Zelda games? You know, what's good about them?
Gamey games.
Sandbox games.
How does that translate to
a narrative-driven movie?
AF film?
You don't.
The only thing they have is the iconography,
which ahead
and
of
the music, basically.
And that's all they need.
Yeah.
That will win.
But there won't be any Zelda music. It'll be just chart songs. So all they've got is the iconography, and they're going to stretch that.
They'll have "Happy" by Pharrell in there.
Yeah.
When he's like,
that was an Illumination project creation.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They already own it.
Yeah, it was.
He made
Pharrell
that
made
song
it for Despicable Me 2.
Despicable Me.
Yeah, Despicable Me 1 was the you know, that really lame song. How does it go? I'm having a bad day. You know.
Oh, like his theme.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Despicable Me.
Yeah.
That shit. And then it was
Tyler,
happy for the second
did the Grinch song, famously.
Yeah, they got a bit of a track record of just doing it. I found out Pharrell wrote and produced Milkshake. You know? My milkshake brings all the boys to the
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because I found it, because you know Bill Murray started dating her.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I don't know. That's the only song I know of hers, but they've like started dating.
No,
He's like 90 years old.
Yeah, he's in his 70s. She's 40 something. Really random pairing. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know who that is. What has she done? And she created that song.
Kellis.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess the milkshakes really do bring all the boys to the yard.
Speaking of bringing boys to the yard, I don't think we shouted out Patreons, did
We haven't even like said who we are. What episode
Well, no,
this
that's
is.
fine. That's not important. But what is important is the lovely Jar Media patrons who support us over on patreon.com, who get their names read out at in the first or second week of every month.
And they get access to early videos like the current one up right now, or open to everyone else to see. And that is a sequel to the Shane Dog Dawson documentary.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really planned.
No, but he forced our hand. Shane forced our hand.
I think he saw our video and was like, "That's it."
You know what, guys?
Boom.
Yeah, I'm going to hear the feedback and I'm going to deliver a nice little fire doc.
Yeah. Shane is officially the only associated Jar Media account.
So it kind of wraps up the Shane trilogy, you know? On the channel. Yeah, so we're going to have to find someone else to start reactioning to, you know?
I've got the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be Gannon.
Big pig.
Oh, do you think Dingle will be in it, or whatever he's called?
Oh, Pringle.
What's he called? Tingle? Yeah, Tingle.
Voiced by the guy who voices the snowman in Frozen.
What about the MILF? Is the MILF going to be in it?
Who's the MILF? The
Pura?
The scientist. Who's just the MILF?
I don't really know the Zelda characters very well.
You're the one
with the white hair?
Yes, the MILF.
I don't know if she's like a...
She's a MILF.
No, I don't know if she's a mainline Zelda character.
Or is she a fairly new thing?
I think she's just in the last two.
I thought that like Zelda lore is that like each timeline is like kind of remixes of the similar. It's like the cycle thing.
It's like a prophecy.
Yeah,
but like the good guy never truly wins. Like he's just delaying it constantly, and then like another version of him is like born and.
Should maybe Zelda will finish with this movie. Maybe it'll finally be the win for Link.
Yeah,
are we going to get a second Mario movie though?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. 100%.
Alex, can you give me access?
To what?
I want secret access to your review, so I don't have to watch the movie.
I can send you if you want.
Yeah, just send me. Send me the video so I can leak it. Number one IHE leaks.
One more shout out. The shorts. Check out the Jar shorts. People seem to be liking those. Let's do some housekeeping where we round off the conversations from the previous week. Apologies about my voice. I have been ill. I went to see Neil Breen's latest movie at the Prince Charles in London. Haven't been to London since the last time I got the C virus. Haven't been ill since I got the C virus, actually.
The C virus?
You can't say it. Toyota
C
vid. Toyota C vids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? Huh?
I thought you were making a reference to Resident Evil.
Oh no, I just thought it'd be cool that it kind of sounds like that, you know?
It's cool, I like it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'll give it that. It gives the Revenant a run for its money. But yeah, I did get ill. So yeah, that's why I sound a little
there's like an actual timeline on Joe of like Alex goes to City, is ill. There's like that's a repeating like
it's a canon event.
Yeah.
It is my canon event.
Every month.
Well, Mick Saladin can get us going here. James House taking time out from his legal battle with Scott the Liar Cawthorne to be on a podcast. Legit epic.
He's not allowed to talk about the case.
I've got to address this though, man. The FNAF subreddit's getting too far. It's too far. It's leaking into the Jar subreddit now.
Yeah.
Like every few hours, there's a FNAF post that I've got to mod delete.
Wow.
It's becoming like a full-time job to moderate the Jar Reddit.
I just see like a notification pop up on my phone, like post reported for being spam, and it's just like someone self-promoting their FNAF Let's Play or whatever
On Jar.
On
the
Jar.
one.
Yeah,
because
I don't know how. I don't know how, because it's like quite an intentional
How are they
process
linked?
making a post on.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of funny though.
Are you telling them to reel it in though? Like,
Yeah.
Just kind of pump the brakes. And
Well, what I'm saying is, just keep it on FNAF. It's not hard, you know.
No, but they're not watching this video, Alex. It's the Jarlings who need to stop posting on the FNAF
But there are
Reddit.
still like daily threads about James being the true creator, and these like 70+ comment threads of people like arguing about who the real creator is. This seed was planted years ago.
yeah. Why is it blossoming into this giant oak
It's a
tree?
garden now. It's a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
Self-sustaining ecosystem.
I don't like it's associated with me.
It's always associated with
It's
you.
like my whole legacy. I'm like going to die in like 20 years' time. My whole legacy is just going to be on
the
the
true
actual.
creator of FNAF.
No, it's just going to be on the actual FNAF Reddit about the James House controversy, and that's all I'm going to be known for.
Yeah, your gravestone will read true creator of FNAF. Do you guys want to be cremated or buried?
No, we've talked about this before, I
Cremate me.
think, because I said I want to be like a Mongolian sky
Yeah,
burial.
yeah, but in real life.
No, bro.
Well, who's going to take you to Mongolia?
You carry me on your back.
Like Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
No, I don't.
Alex, did you say cremation?
Yeah.
Disappointing. What do you mean, yeah? Why
No.
is that so obvious?
No, okay.
I don't want to be in the dirt.
There's
What?
No. There's actually a correct way, and this is going to be the future, and that's that you buy a pod, your body goes in a pod and it gets planted under a tree.
That's already a thing.
Yeah, but that gives life.
Well, no, but being buried
Also,
does give life.
but I don't.
Apparently, that's what's meant to happen. Why do you want to be burnt? What a waste.
A waste.
Yeah,
a
but
waste
your
of
flesh.
resources.
Yeah,
To
to
burn.
the eat like.
No, but I think it's like a waste of resources to like build a coffin and shit.
you don't need to build a coffin. You can have one of those like.
Well, that's why. No,
eco-burials.
but like, the true answer, like as long as it's a situation where I find out like I'm dying or whatever, just wander into the woods or whatever.
Oh
Just
my
never
god.
be seen again.
Why not just be buried then in like a cardboard
because
box?
there's a whole ceremony to it. Like
No, the
someone's got to be
one-
paying for this like coffin that I'm sure they're
No,
hiking
you
the
can-
prices
you
up
can
for.
be put in a
50
cardboard
quid.
box.
Yeah, they buy cardboard box coffins. You've seen them.
50 quid. Nah, man. There's no way.
You can literally
No,
be put in a cardboard box. That's the
Do you know
ending-
this comes from because I showed you the website where you can buy a cardboard box that has like the weed leaf on it. You can have them customized to be whatever you want.
No, you can literally have a cardboard box.
But what I disagree with is being buried in a graveyard, because you just like there's no actual like life there. There's no like wildlife there. There's no like trees. So I would say bury me where my body is best utilized. Just throw me into the sea.
Yeah, I'd be happily. I was about to say that. Like, put me on like a cardboard boat and push me out
Reenact
into
the scene in
ocean.
The Sopranos.
I haven't seen it.
Alex knows what I mean.
Well, the cardboard box I'm alright with.
Yeah.
I'll do
But
a
why would
cardboard
you-
box.
but
But how? But like, you've got to pay like a crematorium to burn you and stuff. Like, and then you got to like get a fancy urn or something.
No, just Big Lebowski it.
No, honestly, if
in
you're
the,
Ralph's
in the
nearby?
coffee.
Yeah.
if I'm going to be cremated, I don't want to learn a fleshlight. Pull my ashes into the fleshlight.
Who do you want to use it?
You gotta put that in your will, like genuinely.
Put me in a fleshlight. And it's just like doing one for James right now.
This one goes to you, my old friend.
final goodbyes. Everyone's got
Oh my
to.
God.
It's the whole family.
Take turns coming inside James.
Oh dear.
Man.
No, but I generally I think humanity needs to actually make a unanimous decision to actually use people to better wildlife, instead of just putting us inside a graveyard. Just bury it in a way that gives back to everything else, or just send me to Mongolia and let the birds eat me.
I got 2 topics here, guys.
Oh.
Do you want the face reveal one, or do you want the urine related one?
Urine.
Okay, so catch this right.
Yeah.
I've seen a fair few
Urines.
I've seen a fair amount of urine in my life, but what I meant to say was I've been to a fair few like live music shows in my time, but I learned something the other day about a kind of etiquette at certain shows that people do that I found so disturbing, so disgusting, that I just had to share it and get your guys' thoughts on this. You might already know about this. I don't know. It seems quite standard.
I might do. Is this a festival thing?
I think it's just I heard about this because Arctic Monkeys have been playing recently. I got a personal anecdote. Well, not a personal. I heard someone's personal anecdote about their experience. Apparently, it's like a really common thing because people find their space in the crowd and they don't want to go to the toilet, so they pee in their cup. And then they save the pee, waiting for like certain songs, and then they throw the pee over like the crowd. So people like bring raincoats and like prepared for when the pee is thrown.
No, nah.
And this is like a common.
No,
event.
I've heard about pee throwing in like festivals and stuff.
Yeah, that has a festival vibe because everyone's out of their face on drugs anyway, so it's like, of course they're gonna throw their piss.
Yeah, and like you're not gonna wait for the toilet, you're just gonna pee in a bottle and then launch it. Yeah, that is disgusting.
Like that's,
but also kind of nice.
Yes, you're being golden showered for free.
For free, yeah.
That
by a stranger as well.
There's something like so invasive about that to me. I hate that. Like when I heard about it, I was like, "Are you serious? This is like caveman. What are you doing?"
I guess I haven't talked to like some of the more experienced like gig goers, but like I get the feeling this is like a per demographic of music.
It depends on the genre.
Yeah, because obviously a metal gig is so insanely different to anyone else.
Metal shows. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like
music makes people wild though.
Yeah, but it's like throwing urine around. Like, come on, it's too much.
I'm gonna say, I've not personally gone to a lot of gigs. It's like a regret, not a regret, but it's like, yeah, I want to go to more gigs because live music is great. You know, we've been to Gorillas.
Got time, bro.
I've got 2 lined up this year already. But it's like I have so little like motivation to ever go to a festival or ever go to any of these huge gigs like, you know, Arctic Monkeys. I just think that's absolutely not the vibe I want.
Well, that's what. When we saw Roger Waters, that was technically a festival. Was it Hyde Park?
Yeah,
it was one of the big parks in London.
Hyde Park.
But I think just because of the vibe of the music, there weren't people like in mosh pits throwing urine around or even throwing beer around. It was more just like people passing joints around, really. That was kind of the vibe.
That's the vibe, not golden showers. And it's like Arctic Monkeys music is not the kind you throw piss around to be fair.
That's what I thought too, but apparently their earlier stuff is a bit. I don't care
it's
about
Arctic Monkeys it's not like death metal, you know. That has more piss throwing vibes, not like the name Arctic Monkeys.
I don't know, man. I just thought that was a disturbing thing.
Yeah, a little bit gross.
Would you prefer, like, if you had to choose, if you're in one of these environments, would you rather have the urine thrown on you or like beer?
Beer,
yeah.
Yeah.
Beer's more like sterile.
Yeah, but you would get all like sticky and.
Yeah, but
either way, it's
like,
gross. Have a little free drink.
Yeah, you just suck it up before. That's the risk you take. Do you suck up this juice? No, it could be lager.
You don't
or
know
piss.
if it's pee or.
No, it's so gross though. Like I was told, like people were peeing in cups, placing them on the ground, like saving it. So what this person was doing was like, when they'd see someone who'd like peed and put it on the floor, like saving it for this certain song or whatever, they'd kick it over.
Yeah.
To get.
But why save it?
I'd
understand.
Just pour it out, like pee in the cup and pour it. If you gotta do that, you know.
Can I say, is this?
Why have you got to throw it?
Even then, how do you like subtly just whip?
No, you're whipping out your cock in a.
Is it only men that do it as well?
It must be. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure this isn't like
even weirder?
Yeah, there's something creepy about it.
Are you sure this isn't like, 0.0001% of these actual like fetishists who are doing this? Like, you're not doing that you're doing that because you get a weird kick out of it.
It's quite like a standard thing. In these crowds.
Yeah, but I bet you there's more piss kinkers out there than we think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would. This might be the hottest, not the hottest, the wettest take. I'll say.
Lay it.
Everyone's getting wet out here.
There's more golden shower fetishists than feet.
Okay, let's put this to the test. Let's do the subreddit check.
Ooh.
Yeah?
See, but there's going to be people who aren't going to be too scared to join, and they're lurking. Are you sure there's a golden shower subreddit? Like, surely not.
There must be.
100%.
I don't know what it'd be called, though, is the problem. So
Okay,
what was it again?
maybe-
Sorry, what were the two?
Piss kink?
What was the other one?
Feet.
Feet. Oh, what would it be called?
Feet. Foot in feet. Our feet.
Feet.
R/.
Oh, I might have actually aimed too high now.
R/Feet Pics has 559,000 members.
Half a
There are
million.
there's also Feet Lovers Heaven, which has 289,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of crossover.
And
there.
Feet Not Safe for Work, which has 400,000.
Wow. Jesus.
Shall I put-
there's a overlap.
How can feet ever be not safe for work unless they're included
in nude, they'd be included in nudes. Like just nude people, feet.
So I put piss,
Yeah.
4 results. Piss drinking sluts has 166,000.
Okay.
Pissing peeing porn has 100,000. Pissing, r/pissing, has 113,000. And
Oh my
God, pissing assholes has 56,000.
What the fuck does that
Fuck.
mean? Wait, search
I'm
P.
not going on it.
Search P.
I'll search P now. Ooh, bigger. P has 370,000. P Gone Wild, 300,000. P and Squirt Gifts, 100,000.
Nice.
So altogether, like, that's quite a few. isn't it?
Oh, my estimation, like, yeah, sure, feet clearly looks more popular, but it seems like
The thing
piss
is,
isn't like
I'm
a...
estimating that piss.
I think more people would admit to being a foot fetishist
Than
than
into
a
pee.
piss fetishist.
But we've also got a thing, this is like it's like Chris Pontius thing. It's just like everyone kind of just loves doing things they're willy when they're young. It's just like piss, doing funny things with piss is
but
like a
also
weird thing.
there's like an inherent link between like groin and piss. You know, I can see the bridge being like, I'm attracted to groin, I'm attracted to
Right.
fluid coming out of that. Feet is like, it's just a totally different area.
Yeah.
Where's the link there?
So what does this mean that am I white? Is like okay, piss is not more popular than feet from that test.
If
But
you
it's
added
not-
up all of those subreddits, I'm sure there's a lot
But
of overlap.
did you
with
check
yours.
feet and foot?
Oh,
Okay, let me check. Hold up.
but it does seem that piss is not like a really low down one.
It's not low down.
It seems
Oh,
like
there's straight up just
That's a lot.
r/foot fetish, 273k.
Yeah, it's a big bump.
That seems like in the world of like
What about toe?
fetishes.
Toe and toes. Yeah.
Toes fetish only has 25k.
Okay.
So it looks like piss is not that low down. Maybe it's up.
Bigger
it's
than I was
higher.
expecting for sure.
Yeah. So which means I think there's a lot of people out there who just aren't following the Reddit. You know,
Yeah, that would be the case for both, though.
Maybe
I feel like people who are involved in feet are probably more likely to look for feet. You know. But I know, interesting.
disturbing. Well, yeah. My final topic before we break here. I teased this earlier. This face reveal thing. Someone regrets their face reveal, and they're trying to undo history.
Good. You can't undo your face reveal.
Yeah, very odd. Dream.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Dream. Why?
This Minecraft YouTuber.
No, he's not just. He's like he was one of the biggest superstars on YouTube at the time. Everyone was like, Dream is hacking on his Minecraft speedruns.
Yeah, I thought you was caught like.
Yeah, he was
cheating.
caught, but he just made an apology.
Yeah.
And everyone forgot about it.
Well, no, he was like, it was an accident. Sorry, guys. And then it was
An accident.
Just,
Shut
yeah, I think he actually said it was an accident.
Just own it, you. Anyway.
IHE has beef with Dream. I always thought though that was what the point of the mask is.
That's what the point of the
to not
mask.
reveal your face and your
Yeah.
hidden identity. I found the Dream reveal funny.
It was
Because
fun.
I never saw. I don't even.
You don't need to.
Oh, you
see
never
this.
saw it.
It's just because
just imagine like just a really
Normal looking
looking guy. Like
Yeah.
he's just a guy.
That's the
like-
thing. I remember on Twitter because it was just like, obviously I'm not following Dream, but there's just this guy's face that was suddenly popping up on my feed, and it was just like mocking or like being like, oh, he just looks normal. It's just like, oh,
Well,
who is this?
surprise, surprise. Most people look normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's kind of addressed it in this weird post. This video he uploaded. Oh no. This is the description, right? Bye from Dream. I deleted my face reveal, and this is why. After face revealing and removing my mask, I regretted the attention and hate, and I'm walking it back. I will slowly be deleting all pictures of me online and going back to just being a gamer in a mask, starting with my Mr. Beast video and my face reveal video. Hi, I'm Dream. I'll be walking it back. I'll be getting rid of everything other than my new mask. The same company that made the Spider-Man mask, Batman mask, and many other superheroes made me a mask so that I can be Dream all of the time. Hide my identity, even in public, at McDonald's, or in any place I need to go. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart to those that supported me, even though I am ugly. I appreciate you all more than you could ever know, and I'll be working on my face while I'm masked. I didn't read that bit. That's weird. What do you mean working on your face?
Okay, now we got to deconstruct this. First of all, he's f***ed up. If you're going to get rid of your identity, you don't announce you're getting rid of it, because then people are going to back up everything you've posted, and then you're going to be...
He puts pre-save until I end up dead.
This sounds, and I'm not going to judge his like mental state, but this sounds like someone who's become extremely self-critical since their face reveal, and then saying that you're ugly when he's a normal-looking guy. You know, he's normal-looking. He's not ugly or anything. But then saying that he's going to work on his face means that he's probably got some weird dysmorphia now from the reaction.
I missed that bit. I'll be working on my face.
Oh shit!
What does that mean?
That sounds like surgery. Or something?
That sounds like
actual... get the buccal fat removal.
I think he shouldn't be... judging from that, I think he shouldn't be working on his face. He's just a normal... There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I think he needs therapy.
Yeah, that sounds like...
Work on self-acceptance, bro.
Yeah.
Working on your face? What do you mean by that?
What?
Yeah, that sounds like... That is like... If I was... Instantly, that's like a huge red flag of like, okay, something's wrong here.
How old is this? Is he like 17?
He's young. I think he is like 20, 21 maybe.
Really? Let me find out.
He can't be that young.
I think he's young.
He's 23, man.
21, 22. I'm in the ballpark.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that as if to say, bro, like...
I looked, I'm going to be honest, I looked awful at 23. So, you know, when you are young, you're obviously just going to look like a little chubby little baby. So it's like...
You do care more about what you look like. I mean, like, I'm 2 years older than him. It's not much. But, like, as the years go by, you just care less and less.
Yeah. You just self-accept. Self-acceptance.
Yeah. You accept the things that you can't control, and then you
I think
do what you can.
Because wasn't there this... I don't know if it's true or not, but there was at least some kind of rumor relating to him where like he used to be like quite overweight or something, like when he was in secondary school or something. So maybe he does have some kind of dysmorphia thing going on.
It's possible, but I think this varies differently to people, but I think being on YouTube and having your face visible does make you accept yourself more, because people look at you often. Like I used to be really critical of the way I looked. Yeah. It was like I'm so insecure. I'd watch JARCast and I'd just like hate the way I look, but it was just like, you know, give it a few years. Now I'm like, who gives a
a few horrible comments about me the last episode I saw. There was one comment that was like, wow, Alex clearly doesn't even care about how he presents anymore.
Yeah, and we all get stuff like that, but we also all get the inverse.
Yeah.
You get like you need to pay attention to all of it.
Yeah, and it's kind of what we were saying earlier, like, why are you giving it so much credence? You don't know these people. If a 10-year-old came up to you and said these things...
Yeah, you kick them over into a bus or something.
Yeah, and they'd be like, idiot. The best thing is...
But he's not a bad-looking guy. Like,
no,
he's really not.
He is... honestly, he's
I'd say he's actually conventionally attractive.
Yeah, conventionally attractive.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. He doesn't need to like work on his face. He needs to.
No.
He needs to just like maybe just be around better, supporting people.
Does he live in LA?
I get the feeling.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Because like if we lived in LA, I'd be
doing coke.
I'd have
pretty
a BBL
often.
by now.
Yeah, I'd be on steroids. And
I'd have so many BBLs. Just wouldn't exist. Wouldn't be able to sit down straight. Do you know what though? The hack for actually self-acceptance. I'm gonna say it. Mullet, because they look so awful. And you look at this and you're like, that looks shit, and then you're like, yeah, it mate, look like a yob.
Supposedly he resides in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, okay.
That's also Florida's also kind of. He needs a mullet. He'd fit in, and get better self-acceptance.
It's one of those things that, like, once you open Pandora's box, you can't close it, I'm afraid, Dream. You can't.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean delete all images of you? That's impossible.
Yeah, and don't
But
announce.
also, yeah, like James said, like, I think on the internet, it's kind of a thing where you should never show
Insecurity.
Yeah, it's like prison.
Yeah, you imprison yourself.
The internet is prison. Like, if you show weakness, then
yeah, I remember that
people
after my anxiety video. Some people
really,
yeah,
and yeah, it's like if you show weakness, then people are, oh, he's a pussy.
yeah,
And then you get the doubling down of like, let's really drill into this guy and make
Didn't
him
happen
crumble
to me.
because it's entertainment.
Didn't happen to me because I was just too chatty. I
Exactly.
just overpowered those little bitches.
You need to go. For example, like when we entered the internet, you got to immediately punch the biggest guy, right? So we
straight for Smosh.
right. Yeah, we attack Smosh. And so then we appear on the scene. Okay, these guys are tough.
These guys know how to go for the throat.
Which we did. We single-handedly demolished Smosh. We knocked them off the pendulum.
We caused them to break up.
Yeah.
We did. That divide. Yeah. Exactly.
And ever since, we've been smacking out memes months in advance.
Love us no more.
Now we're after the biggest dog.
No. We're not after him. We've got.
No, we're done with Shane now. We've got to find.
We've kind of done a team up matchup sort of thing.
Yeah.
In the works. So.
Yeah. So Dream, don't be self-conscious, brother.
Yeah.
You're young. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're young, dumb.
I'm definitely full of.
Yeah.
Fun. Minecraft content, it's got to be safe.
Yeah, no, it's like generally, it's like you just don't read comments.
Yeah.
About
also,
like,
if your content is Minecraft, your audience is going to be pretty
like
young.
10 years old.
Yeah. So
and they literally know nothing.
Yeah. And they're like kids are ugly, and if they're calling you ugly, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Dream,
conventionally attractive, and he's fine.
Yeah.
Dream.
Grow a mullet. That's the hack.
Yeah. I apologise for saying like so much this episode.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
I've noticed it's annoying. I like
Everyone's got their equivalent one.
Yeah, but mine's
guys,
mine's gone back to
I
like.
need to
and
go
it's like
piss into
really
a cup
like
and throw it
fucking
into
annoying.
the fan.
Throw it.
I'm gonna go piss into a cup and throw it. No, I'm not throwing it over you, not yet.
We'll see you after these dreamy messages.
Bye, Bear Bear. Bye, Bear Bear.
I do declare, bye, Bear Bear.
Bear Bear shirts and mug available now. Check the description below. Rome didn't fall in an evening.
Have you actually looked into like the actual history of Worms and like the downfall? Because like the economy,
I've tried to like understand it, but I don't.
The
Something
economy,
about lead?
The economy of ancient Rome was like it started to downfall before it hit one of the first few big emperors, because they debased their currency so much where it was just like a downward until it collapsed.
So why do I have this thing about lead in my head?
Lead.
Oh, the lead, the theory.
Aqueducts.
Yeah, the theory that is being disproven, it's been like actually scientifically disproven, was that the lead in the aqueducts gave them lead poisoning, which explains why they were so vicious and loved like Roman gladiators.
Oh.
They loved the blood sport.
Oh no,
because
people
they were
just love that. People
people just
set
love.
up a Colosseum in Swindon right now. It would be the most popular thing in the country.
Yeah, but that's been disproven in that the amount of lead poisoning they got from that water wasn't enough to lead to like actual.
I know
lead poisoning.
very little about Rome.
Yeah, I read into it and watched some stuff into it. But Rome is like the gift that keeps on giving. It's fascinating. They finally put the only preserved like Roman armor on display. Finally,
The what?
Armor.
Oh, armor.
They've
Oh,
actually
cool.
put it on display, which is really kind of cool. And
Yeah.
I love that, like the thing. I don't know if this is actually true, but it's like the whole meme of like Italy tries to improve any of their, like Rome tries to improve their infrastructure. They do anything, they just discover ruins. It's like, oh, that infrastructure's not going to be improved.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny and cool.
Yeah, we have a ton of Roman sites here.
Yeah, no, Britain is like one of the most, I say, like really preserved in our Roman.
Yeah, there's tons. We've seen a bunch.
Which is crazy thinking that's like the furthest away from Rome in the empire.
Yeah, isn't that what Grandpa was digging up. Wasn't that a Roman thing?
Probably. It was old enough.
Yeah, the dig.
Yeah, the dig. The grandfather
Yeah,
dig.
we go see Pops at the dig.
Yeah.
Like, it was an old Roman house or something.
Bathhouse, like
I'm not sure if it was a bathhouse.
It would have been something like not significant to the time.
a bathhouse.
Didn't they have like underfloor heating or something?
Yeah,
they'd have a fire,
their tech was,
and then they'd just the heat would go up. Really, really rudimentary design, but it worked.
But yeah,
But obviously, it was only like a thing in when you were had power in the empire.
yeah.
You because a lot of people don't realize is in people basically lived in flats with their whole family. You had like a big building, and you'd have your whole family generations in that area, and you'd work all day. You just get your money, and that's it. So this whole idea that everyone lived in this insane like villas and whatnot is just like that's just like the 1%.
Yeah, it was kind of like, who has underfloor heating now?
The 1%. Yeah, it's the same. How many people here now live in flats?
That's the thing. Like, nothing's changed.
No.
The only thing is we have Xboxes now.
And plumbing.
They had plumbing.
Yeah.
It was
We-
called the
we-
streets
Bathhouses?
We have Xbox. The rich have Coke. Same as it was back in the day.
Yeah.
How do you
No
feel
different.
about the like shared toilets with the sponge on the stick and
You
stuff?
know,
and everyone's, like,
I
chatting
reckon
while they're taking shits.
If you're chatting while food's going in, you might as well chat while food's going out.
Which is kind of, honestly, I think
But I mean,
maybe humanity would progress more if we had shared shit spaces.
we talk about like body positivity and stuff. They clearly didn't give a shit. Literally.
Well, in that time, it was like the fatter you were, the more attractive you were because you had money.
Yeah,
you
you
had
could eat
money.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And imagine what those shits would have been like.
Oh.
That would be a classic, just the old...
They would have been better. No.
They would have been
They would
healthier.
have been eating natural, like, no preservatives.
Just drinking.
Yeah, it was like, but
They weren't eating cookies, and they were eating just grain.
No,
They
but
were
what if they were
eating-
like drinking
what?
milk, right? And they got a dairy thing going on.
Was it Guam?
Yeah, but they would have been drinking so much milk. They would have been on like the protein shakes.
Garum. They were eating garum. That's what they were having.
What's that?
Garum is like a mixture of loads of ingredients that was like the slop of the time. It was like this really accessible garum. So it was like this paste that you'd have with like bread and fruit and whatnot.
No, it's a weird like place we're in now, where like because technology has progressed so far, yet our understanding of nutrition and all that, it's not really at the same place. We're doing like catch up with nutrition.
Yeah. One thing that like because I there's a channel who does history, and the videos are really well researched and they give like evidence to everything. So
That's
it's like this
awesome.
is actually like really well researched.
Yeah.
And there's one about gladiators' diets. And because of what they found in these ruins and like the feces and the skeletons they found, they can give a good breakdown of the actual what their diet was. And it was just like, yeah, they've had completely balanced. Like everything was just like these gladiators are working all day, so they need X amount of everything. And it was just like perfect diets for what they were doing.
Wow.
Like they knew it back then, and we can't even do that now.
Well, we almost like overcomplicate it now.
Yeah.
You know.
Too much choice.
Well, I think so much of it is people obsessing over diets like keto and stuff and all these various things and how to lose fat quickly and how to blah blah blah.
Buccal fat removal.
It's like just try and live like a human.
No, the generally, if you want to be healthy, just eat natural. Eat natural things and you're fine, like oats, fruit, meat,
Quail eggs.
rice. Just don't be eating, hyper processed like burgers.
Whale eggs.
Whale's eggs, yeah.
Like eggs. That was literally the food that has got us this far, is eggs and wheat.
Eggs and milk.
Milk.
The UK would have fizzled a long time ago if we didn't have eggs and milk.
Eat
It's
eggs.
the foundation
And bread.
of our country.
It's the one thing. It's just like, when I have kids, if I have kids, I might never be able to. It's just like, I'm going to not do what my parents did. And it's just like, you eating that egg because you're going to like them and you're going to love it. Because they didn't force me to eat eggs. And now I'm like, eggs. I love eggs.
You should eat 2 eggs a day.
I tried to, I can't
That's
do
what
it.
the health secretary
during
says,
the
brother.
week.
Did you know as well, the reason so many people are suffering nutrition-wise is the hatred of cholesterol.
Oh, really?
The
propaganda.
the anti-cholesterol propaganda
The anti-fat propaganda.
is like terrible for us. Like we need fat. We need cholesterol. We need this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
your body can deal with fat way better than sugar,
But big sugar, big sugar,
big
Suge.
Suge Knight went out there and was saying, "Oh, sugar's the best thing ever. You should eat
processed sugar."
This is the thing.
Mega processed sugar every morning
because it's not
breakfast,
cholesterol. Cholesterol bad.
Marshmallows, yeah, but it's fat. Fat makes you.
This
fat.
is the thing. It's just like corporate interest in dietary. This like that. It's one of those things where there's going to be like
and
biases.
we look at like the nicotine industry, and they're early on their bullshit.
Yeah.
Scientific like biased experiments to be like, see, it doesn't cause cancer when it obviously did.
It's
like,
why
apply that to nutrition, which everybody eats. Not everybody smokes. Everybody eats.
And there's people who are healthy and there's unhealthy. So
Yeah,
where's
so-
the right and wrong? It's easy.
What drugs were they enjoying in like Rome?
Drugs.
Obviously, they were drinking.
It was wine. You'd either get a nice wine or you just get the basic. 'Cause it's like if you go to a restaurant, because the main like not takeaway, but the main food income was like you go to like a not a buffet, but it's like this building that have like have just like bowls of different things. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So natural stuff, and your basic drink would be wine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so diluted, it wouldn't be as strong. So you'd be able to drink that all day.
Yeah, that was something the
Alcohol has been
ancient
with
Greece.
the human race.
In ancient Greece, they would water down their wines.
Yeah,
so-
that's it. It'd be
But
watered down
also,
wine.
their wine and stuff would have just been less strong.
Mm.
Like it's a technology difference.
But they'd water it down so they could, when they socialize, like drink more, and not get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obviously, there'd be nicer wines as per money.
Yeah. Oh, very, very.
Very.
It is fascinating to look into history because with a lot of his civilizations, we don't have like the in-depth knowledge we have of the Romans, simply because there's so much left of the Romans because they were that huge.
Yeah. And, but they had record keeping. Like, there's written language of.
Then you think of
their communication.
The Mongolian Empire, arguably bigger, but we know nothing because there's not that evidence.
And it was before the Romans, right?
Yep.
What about all this stuff in like?
I think the Mongols were after.
Really?
Yeah.
The Amazon rainforest stuff. Wasn't there like some civilization in there somewhere?
Oh yeah, Yeah.
But it's like if we've got this information about what Rome was doing, there's a lot of things that other civilizations would have just been doing that we just have no record of.
What's been lost?
So it's like I know there's assumption of like, the Roman civilization was just more advanced than everyone else. They portraying everyone else as like savages. Everyone was just kind of like had like that same thing, really.
Yeah. No, it is fascinating.
And then you look into like Mesopotamia and like the history, just hundreds of years before the Roman Empire, and they had mental stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have that knowledge from ruins. The man who invented the wheel,
Yeah, maybe one
might
day.
not have been a man, woman. We don't know. We don't actually know who invented wheels. I don't think, but it's like invented like hundreds of years.
It could have been an orangutan.
Could have been a capybara.
Yeah, we could have stolen it from
Brazil.
An alien.
Could have been an alien.
The whole alien thing is just racism. It's the assumption that things are done by aliens because the savages of the time were too dumb to actually.
There's no way they could have.
Yeah,
right,
and it's just
There
like.
had to be some sort of alien input.
But it's like that of any like
fucking triangle.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! They did a triangle.
If you line up the angles,
If you line up
at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with the sun on as a half moon, you get to the secret key. Like, fuck off. Like a lot of the thing is like even nowadays people do say that there's a river under the pyramids, and that's because Herodotus just said there was, and they said they're big solar batteries. It's just like Herodotus, who only bullshitted in his books, said that. So now people nowadays think that's true. Like you're idiot.
Because of the inner Earth, if you go to the Antarctic, and
you go
sail
through.
I love thinking about that, like the original like Boys Who Cry Wolf type thing.
Yeah, what is this?
Just bored, and they just start these crazy stories.
You realise there's an inner Earth, right?
And because the means of communication is only person to person, so like the Chinese whispers.
Inner Earth, yeah. And then suddenly it's like, God exists.
No, but it's not just that. It's also, it gets like adapted between languages we don't even know how to understand. And it's just like, it's gone through 15 like million of like, if you like play Grand Theft Auto, just an example, day one, and then do it in 50 years time, they're not the same. So don't assume that anything that's been said from that time period is actually true of the events, because it just isn't.
So, like, if I was playing Apex and told you how I got a win, and then you told someone else, and then they told someone else,
it
for
just changes.
1,000 years,
There's gonna be nothing. There's gonna be no similarity in the story.
They're gonna be like, once upon a time, there was these guys that jumped from the battle bus.
They went through the map. They count the other side as
it starts
demons.
as Apex, and by the time it comes back to you, it's Fortnite.
No, it's fucking
by then
Destiny.
everything is
It's
Fortnite.
gone that far.
Everything's Fortnite by then. Anyway.
Optimus Prime is in Fortnite.
Nice.
Yes, I saw that.
No, but it's an Indiana Jones season.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a movie coming out.
There's like a Brendan Fraser like indie character.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he in the movie? The new one.
What?
The new Indiana Jones.
Oh, isn't it shit?
Yeah, Disney debuted it at the Cannes Film Festival. Like they must have been really confident in it or something, but it had a really bad response. So now it's just been like a month of like bad press on the movie, and it's coming out.
The sad thing is, I was looking at Mads Mikkelsen's like filmography because he's in Pusher, and I'm thinking about watching some more like The Hunt.
That's
like,
when you got to watch, man.
That's like on my radar at the moment, and it was just like The Green Butcher, apparently another really good like indie film,
that.
and then it's like I scroll down, Dial of Destiny, like sake, Mads, why are you in it?
Good casting. He could be a cool indie villain. But I don't know. I'll wait to see it. I don't know.
He's like he can do everything right, unless it's like the shittest script imaginable.
He's always, even in the worst stuff he's in, he's still like the little spark.
Yeah,
Like wasn't he in one of those
Fantastic Beasts or whatever? The Harry Potter.
He is in
was it?
Yeah, he's in the last one. He was
Johnny
Depp.
I was thinking the those Greek movies.
That's right. Yeah.
God, what the hell are they called? With the guy from Avatar and.
Yeah. Shit.
Clash of Titans. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's in one of those.
He is, and it's like it's looking at his filmography is like fascinating because he's got some amazing performances, and he's got really shit films, but it's not him being shit in them that makes him shit.
Yeah, he's got like a real screen presence.
He does. He rocks in Death Stranding.
I forgot he was in Stranding.
Best part of the game.
He is.
He's really good.
He's buds with Kojima, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally. No, I don't think he's buds. Kojima has like an actual crush on him. The way he posts pictures of him is like, Kojima, you love that man.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, he was in Doctor Strange.
Oh, he was. He's wasted in that movie.
Oh yeah, Another Round was really good. That was a 2020 movie.
It's like I saw recently, and this was it's not like an edgy take because I said that Quantum of Solace was better than Casino Royale. That's a stupid take. And then I saw Casino Royale, and it's like Mads Mikkelsen. He's so fucking good. He's like actually terrifying.
That's the movie that like launched him into
2007.
Yeah.
2009.
He was really good as Hannibal.
Yeah,
really good as Hannibal. Can't watch that show anymore. Too
Why?
cringy.
Oh, is it because it's been picked up by Sigma?
What?
Oh yeah, he was in Rogue One.
He was.
He's good in that.
He is great in that.
Yeah, he is. It's a simple life.
He is also extremely attractive.
You like him, yeah?
I like Mads Mikkelsen.
He was very hot as a youngster, and now I just find him kind of scary.
He's
got such strong features.
He does, but it's almost like he's like wise.
But look at his IMDb profile picture, bro.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
hot.
smouldering.
Yeah.
No, it's just like it's weird seeing him in Pusher because in the first Pusher and the sequels, he's really, really young in the first Pusher.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's weird seeing Mads being like kind of this loose kind of like drug dealer.
He's always everyone he looks at.
He is, yeah. By accident, he can't help himself.
What do you mean by
eye fuck eyes? This.
Me eyes.
Yeah, he's doing the me eyes.
Yeah. Big fuck me eyes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro.
I'm gonna watch The Hunt because I've heard that's a really good movie.
It is. Really it's incredible, good. Yeah.
Because I was just like, I watched the premise and it was just like, Mads is in that story. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I've been
Is it
recommended.
Danish? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Danish. Because I've also been like recommended Pusher 2, because that is the mad story of the Pusher like movies.
Well, damn. Should probably do some questions from the community. What do you think, guys? Huh? From the suggestion thread over at r/JARmedia? Like Alex Cuomo did. Could you guys kill Yoda with a hunting rifle?
Yeah, easy.
Because this kind of feeds into the Harry Potter
It
like
does.
wizards versus guns.
No, this.
I think Jedis will be way better dealing with it.
Oh yeah.
No, but no,
They're already dealing with guns. They already fight people with guns.
They're fighting with lasers, bro. They're laser guns. This is a.
No,
this
but
is
They're still like
If you can
snipers.
stop a laser, you can stop like a physical tiny thing.
I disagree. 308. I think.
No, but
Yoda's
think about
gonna-
this. Think about that. You're forgetting the scene with Yoda. He senses before they even pull the trigger, and he decapitates their ass.
Yeah, they don't even know like they haven't even been given the orders yet, and he's like, something f***ed up's going on.
You just made an educated guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a savage for that as well.
He is. He actually is.
What about if you're so like mentally pure that he can't even pick up that you can blast?
No, because he knows that he's about to get his ass blasted.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna hear that shit, turn on his little green lightsaber, and it's just gonna reflect black like into your brain.
You know, there's a theory that Yoda ass blasted Yaddle and created Baby Yoda.
Damn. Yaddle's like 8 foot as well.
Who's Yaddle?
What? Yaddle's girl Yoda.
She's huge.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's like a
Yaddle?
normal.
Yaddle was on the council.
Didn't you remember your
Wait,
encyclopedia? Your Star Wars. Like,
Bro, that's
massive.
out of date law now, man. They just made that shit up. Those DK
Oh,
thing,
nah, man.
those DK law books.
Oh, her. Oh, she's not big.
Yeah, she's giant. Yaddle's huge.
No, they retcon that, man.
No, they can't retcon
They
Yaddle's
retcon
height.
Yaddle.
They can't do
They retcon
Yaddle.
Yaddle. Now it's
They
Bryce
can't do
Dallas
Yaddle
Howard.
like that.
Yoda's ass blasted. Come on, he's ass blasted someone.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get attached, then
It's fine.
Like,
But honestly,
it's still in the Jedi code.
Is being a Jedi just being the biggest?
It's the anti, isn't it? I thought that's like the one rule is that
No,
you're not
you're
allowed
you-
to be a slut.
No, you're allowed to, but you're not allowed to like.
No, you're only allowed to if you're Adi Mundi. That's in the law.
No, but
Because his race is going
He-
extinct, so he is
Really?
allowed to.
no, but aren't they all?
possible?
No, but aren't they
He's
all?
allowed multiple wives. He's got a harem.
Wait, what?
That's in the That's in the Star
He's
Wars law.
multiple wives.
Yes,
But
that's
Anakin
in the
isn't
law. I'm not
allowed
joking.
one.
Adi Mundi.
Anakin isn't allowed one.
No, but he
Yeah,
got
that's
attached.
because there are loads of humans. Like they're not endangered.
So it's a psyop.
No, they're
It's
like
a Jedi psyop. No, because they imply that like
you can't get attached.
you can't get attached and you can't get married.
yeah,
you can
but
ask
that's supposed to be like
But are they
Bad.
just trying to control the human race?
it's supposed to be like
But-
rules that
leave you emotionally.
Yeah, like you
Pure
can't
rational.
be attached and like
but the Jedi
materialistic.
Council was supposed to be like too far a certain direction.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be the point.
And it's terribly communicated.
yeah.
But no, but if you don't want to get attached, then just everyone you see is the option. That's like ideal. Because you're not getting attached. Because you'll just fuck. If someone dies, you're gonna fuck another one.
You know, Obi-Wan stranded out there on Tatooine was banging some of those like fly-faced dudes.
I mean, Obi-Wan has a love interest in the Clone Wars.
Maybe I should. Maybe they are white. Maybe Jedi is the white way.
I think a Jedi's safe from one of these guys.
With a hunting rifle.
Yeah, genuinely.
Mm.
I think they'd struggle with like a drone strike.
I don't know, bro, because they've already got that basically.
They not. Yeah,
Not-
they kind of do.
No,
They do.
Not really.
They've got gunships. They've got the big balls
Yeah.
on the side. From the prequels,
Big
they've got the glass balls that have.
Yeah,
Tugs.
the oh god, what are they called?
They're drop ships.
No, but
drop
if like,
shooters.
can you sense something if it's not a living thing trying to like? I'm talking about like a drone.
Mm.
Like, it's not manned.
a computer.
The computer.
But they have loads of like droids. They have droids.
Yeah, that's true.
They're everywhere.
Well, yeah, they do have droids, I guess.
And they have like literal assassin droids.
Yeah,
That's what IG-88 is.
they sense. Yeah, but like, what Jedi has been killed by one of them?
Well, I'm sure in the
Oh,
lore
yeah,
it's
I guess
happened.
that's kind of the point.
General Grievous.
He's not a robot.
Yeah.
He's
a
got
cyborg.
gooey eyes.
He's a cyborg.
Yeah, so he's.
I bet you he's ass blasted a bunch of droids.
General Grievous back in the day.
He's got sax bots.
Big time.
Future Star Wars flashlights.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, seeing as we're kind of already on this subject, there's another hypothetical here that kind of levels the playing field from the softest bulletin. Okay. Who would win in an unarmed death match between Gollum and Yoda? No weapons, no equipment, Yoda can't use the Force, and Gollum can't use the ring. Both are battle-ready and have personal vendettas against one another.
Gollum's winning.
Yeah, Gollum would just...
That's my gut.
No, Gollum is more of a brutal... He is more brutal. He's just going to get that win. Mm-hmm. He's going to get that dub.
He's savage.
Yeah.
If Yoda can't do all this jumping business, can't use the... He's done. Useless.
Can Yoda do that without the Force?
No. That's a Force jump. Force flip.
Okay. Yeah,
Gollum's
Yoda's getting his cheeks clapped.
Gollum would do the... He would do the Oberon pushing fingers in eyes. He would do that.
Yeah.
He'd do worse.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's going to find a rock.
Sharp teeth.
He
Yeah,
does.
Sharp, like messed up, snap teeth.
Yeah, he would not hold back.
Have you seen him just destroying that fish?
Yeah,
he'd do that.
He
to
would
Yoda.
do that. Yeah, he would do that exact thing. The fishing. Yeah.
And then he'd get a lightsaber, and then he'd just fucking kill everyone.
Yoda is the replacement for Darth Plagueis the Wise.
What about Darth Bane? You can get Darth Bane in there?
Dark Knight Rises, Darth Bane.
The crossover
of the ages. Guys, we got this one from Team Actimel. Bear lads, recently I've noticed how it's almost imperative for game reviewers to receive review copies in order to be able to cover the game at all in terms of views, engagement, etc. My question is, that isn't accepting a review copy a conflict of interest for critics? Review copies end up in the balance sheet as marketing expenses for these companies. So surely giving reviewers the financial aid in a free copy of the game, as well as better engagement on their channels, will affect the critic's opinion when reviewing the game. This issue isn't exclusive to video games, but rampant in film, TV, etc. I was wondering what your thoughts are on this, and sorry for the long question, lol.
I think it depends on the critic.
Yeah, I've got an example of where this bothered me specifically that I saw just the other day. Not to throw shade or anything. I think it was on Instagram. I follow because he is in the games industry, Greg Miller. You know,
we've talked about Greg a fair bit.
But he did some. I might have been on Twitter actually instead of. But anyway, he posted something about the Mario movie, right? He was like, he's got a little boy. And he wanted to show his little boy the Mario movie, and somehow he like contacted Illumination, and they sent him this like Mario movie care package for his son or whatever. You know, it's like that's cool and everything, but like when I go on your like Mario movie review, you know I'm not going to listen to a word you say.
Yeah,
right?
I would adjust this. I think a review copy. That's not a conflict of interest because they're just giving you something to review. A care package or best edition, that is because that's like something that's more monetary value, and you know there's a bigger
I think
thing.
Sometimes that's the like publisher or whatever trying to win them over. It's up to the critic to be objective about like their enjoyment with what the
back in the day, it was actually kind of out of control. 2010s kind of era. Activision flying out all members of the press, Ubisoft spending millions of pounds doing these big events like private hotel rooms, big parties. Like these big events. They've
really buttered critics up.
To get nice like reviews. Semi-recently with the Cyberpunk stuff, it was part of the disconnect with the way that game landed. The coverage from the press
was
and the
really
lead
good.
up when they were getting sent their Cyberpunk gaming chairs, when they were being sent these posters, this guff.
Yeah.
See, and then in their pre-coverage, it's like really positive, and
the game comes out and it's just everyone is everyone.
But there's also a closeness thing because like I remember Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller like knew the director of The Last of Us. Yeah, they were like pretty much friends, and you can't objectively review someone's work.
Yeah,
that you know like that.
Yeah,
right?
It's a conflict of interest. I think it's okay if at the start of the conversation you preface that.
Yeah.
If it's dodgy when you don't mention it, when you don't address it. But I would not blame anyone for like disregarding
an
opinions like that.
But I think it does come down to just like the person, you know, anecdotal evidence of what are consuming. It's like Warhammer always gets criticised because they're making bad decisions. One of the YouTubers I watch gets these care packages but still makes videos like, yeah, these guys are doing something wrong. It's criticising them. But it's like that's creative, not so much. You know.
And you can kind of figure out with like individual YouTubers
if they're that,
like that.
If they're that type, yeah.
It's like a thing where it's like if you want to be like a press news person who's just reporting like news and stuff, it doesn't really bug me if you're getting this kind of guff in the mail. If you're a reviewer, that's where it's like a problem for me.
Where your opinion can make sales.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're putting a number on it. You're putting some endorsement on it.
Yeah.
Because it's the same with movies. Like a bunch of critics back in the day have been like flown out to be on film sets and like stuff like that to try and butt them up and whatnot.
It is like as a from the mindset of a corporation. It's like if you've just invested $2 million into this franchise, this big movie, $2 million is like nothing nowadays, but just a figure. You want to make sure that you're guaranteed to make money. Yeah. And so obviously you're going to spend an extra 15k fucking buttering up this one reviewer because that good review could make make £1 million difference, you know?
Yeah. So
it does make sense, and I'm not going to blame corporations for doing it. It's down to the
especially when like certain games it's in like contracts where if you get like a certain Metacritic score, you get
Vegas.
raises, you get bonuses.
Yeah.
It's
horrible.
It's kind of inherently a little bit corrupt.
It's like we can say this every time. It's just capitalism. So everything is a bit corrupt.
That's the thing, though. It's like when it was like established sites like your IGNs, your Kotakus back in the day. But then when YouTube kind of took over that space,
it gave individuals.
Like that. So now you trust your skill ups. You trust people like that. And they're trustworthy.
I tend to go by like a skill up review. If I'm not certain on a game, then Like it's someone like that.
That's part of it. There's a consistency there. Where there's none
I can
with like an IGN.
I can watch like someone's videos and be like, okay, they tend to like this sort of thing. So if I'm looking for that sort of thing, then watch their review on it.
But a good example would be Dunkey. So I don't like the type of games Dunkey knows, but when he like with his game dev company, it's just like if he's funding this project, this is going to fit that vibe for these people. He's a really
old
good
media hate Dunkey. All these like a bunch of people from IGN and stuff like that. They hate him
because he made a video.
He did make a video just dissing like all of them.
But it's
deserved. Like
he was completely correct.
Yeah.
And Dunkey's not just a reviewer, but he's also putting money where he cares with his dev company. He's funding projects that he cares about. So it's like
I don't get why people are mad about that.
Yeah.
Like really, out of all things to get mad at, you get mad at that. Like what?
People are mad at him for.
People were like pissed off about that reveal.
What?
Yeah. People throwing shade at him. Like you know that it's that Irish guy. He does like documentaries on like.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He was throwing shade at him like, this is a bad precedent, and it's like, why? This is good. This is what we want.
Yeah. He's like a spokesperson for the people.
Yeah,
the gamers.
He's like the only spokesperson for like people who care about games.
Yeah.
The Dunkey is on the fight for the
like
white
genuine
thing.
And it's like like he has the like controversial reviews like when he does like a Xenoblade review or whatever, but it's like funny.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect from him?
And, like you've got to take his reviews with a grain of salt because he prioritizes being funny, and that's because
I disagree. I think as someone who's watched Dunkey for like 6-7 years, you know when one of his vehicles
when he's being serious, you can really tell.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's it's night and day between funny meme video like Xenoblade and like a video that's a serious criticism.
I remember when he reviewed Octopath Traveler and there was all this drama.
He memed it. He memed it in his own videos.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's like I like Octopath Traveler. But I get what he's saying. Like, why does that upset you so much? What is the problem?
Yeah. It's like things. It's that objectively good or objectively bad. There has to be a consensus.
Yeah, and I was hoping he was going to say the thing I already think, and because he doesn't, then that's a problem.
But even then, Dunkey said for so long that JRPGs aren't his thing.
Well, yeah, he doesn't like turn-based gameplay, and like so when I watch a review from him about a turn-based like RPG, I know that like. he's inclined to not like it. You know?
No, it's like personality. It's his own. It's him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't he doesn't have to like a game that isn't what he likes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So criticizing something that you don't like, even though it's a good version of that thing, it's totally valid.
Yeah.
And to cater to your audience, that's just as much in like a conflict of interest as a
care package.
A care package, or being flown out to Las Vegas to like get blown by an Asari.
No, but we can even say the same about us. When we recommend a film, it's like we've recommended so many films of like we have our movies we like. So it's like even when you recommend a film now, it's like Alex like this is clearly going to be in my street. It's like that's what it is when you've established like a taste.
Yeah. Tastemakers, you figure out. Yeah.
But hey, if you want to send us care packages,
yeah. Yeah, the Cyberpunk DLC's coming out soon, isn't it?
We've heard this Zelda movie coming out. Do you want to fly us out?
Yeah, suddenly we're like really pro Illumination after they fly us out. To have a chat with Chris Pratt.
Even in that case, I would still shit talk it. It's just like, oh, contract that. I'm going to talk shit.
Right in his face.
Destroy any corporate.
I bet he's a really nice guy as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he's lovely.
He's not.
He'll be one of those guys that like is nice, but you still hate him. You know?
Well, no,
stop being nice.
No, come on. I can't respect him. Like the shit he's done. Come on.
What?
Chris Pratt.
Oh, the like religious.
No, the thing of having kids with someone, and they turned out to be a bit like. And then he left he got a new partner and had new kids.
He had kids with Anna Faris, did he?
Is that his current partner or the previous one?
That's who he used to be with.
Yeah, he had kids with her, and then they turned out to be like, a bit special needs, I believe. And then he left her, and then got a new partner and had kids.
Yeah, I don't know anything
I've
about
heard nothing of this.
And then he made a story about how his new wife gave him like healthy kids. Like, bruh, that's really f***ing weird. That's a bit like immorally weird. And then you look at it from a religious view, and it's like, yeah, he's a bit of a f***ing freak.
Yeah, I never know what to think, because like, what was that going around that like the church he goes to is this way or whatever, but then he was asked about it and it like just wasn't true. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't
give a shit about tabloid bullshit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is tabloid bullshit. Like, I'm not slagging off Chris Pratt. No, Chris.
He hates
which Chris are you on about? What's his name?
Chris Pratt.
It is Chris Pratt. I was thinking about the other one. Who's the other one?
There's a few. There's Chris Pine. There's Chris Evans.
I was thinking of Pine.
Chris Hemsworth.
Who apparently, as you said, is Dungeons and Dragons isn't that bad.
Yeah.
This is surprised.
It's genuinely fine. Yeah.
I thought it was like shit.
No, yeah, I was quite surprised actually, because I kept seeing the trailers for that film whenever I was going to the cinema, and I was just getting so sick of it, and I thought it looked so bad. But yeah, it was just. And
it's got the actress from Fast and Furious in as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's my favorite actress.
Playing the character she always plays. Yeah.
Pilot from Avatar.
This is my question. When are we going to watch Fast X? When is there going to be a James reviews of Fast X? Let's go.
That's a part one.
Oh my god, it is as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Fast and Furious, man. Have we done a Tokyo
They're
Drift
going to call
video?
it Fast X2.
Fast X Part 2?
No, they're going to call it Fast XX. The sequel's going to be in 10 movies' time.
Fast 20.
And then it has a crossover with Triple X.
Fast and Furious Triple X.
Triple X surfs in on a rad wave. Let's
but we can't.
Go, dude.
Oh man, Triple X. I tried watching those.
Isn't DMX in Triple X?
Oh, rip.
I got to admit, I couldn't finish them. I couldn't.
The Triple X films?
So bored, yeah. I think I got about 20 minutes in and was like...
Isn't one of the main actors Ice Cube?
Let's go.
Triple X?
Yeah.
I don't know, man, probably.
One more question?
I actually want to do 2 if that's okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool.
Are you going to shit yourself or something?
I'm going to piss myself, guaranteed.
Yeah, we're going to pee and then just launch it.
Into the fan.
Yeah. Well, speaking of celebrities that we love, Darkstar VIII says, "Hi Jar Boys, I just wanted to tell you about the bizarre cult-like obsession my town has with Ryan Reynolds. Since his purchase of the town's footy club, Wrexham FC, a bizarre North Wales town, recently turned city, He has become somewhat of a local celebrity. Among bizarre antics including Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd drinking in one of the worst pubs in the town, he's also managed to bring over another Jar favourite, Prince Charles. Suddenly everyone here is obsessed with Deadpool and have become fans of It's Always Sunny. Did I mention Rob McElhenney co-owns the club? I feel pretty dumbfounded about the whole thing, and being someone who doesn't care for footy, there isn't much appeal for me. There is definitely a kind of deification of Mr. Reynolds in this town, despite my thinking of him as the guy who gets shit on by a podcast I listen to. The universe seems to have aligned in the most intriguing way. Having listened to Jar since around the Colossal is Crazy episode, I could never have seen this turn of events coming. Anyway, Bear Boys, thought this would be interesting for you to hear about the cult of Ryan Reynolds, which has infested this town. Side note, there's also a song dedicated to them buying the club, which is made by a local band containing Deadpool name-dropping galore.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is a bad person.
Okay, let's say...
You need to stop him. He's gentrifying the world.
No, this is a theory I've had, is that now we're in a level of capitalism where it doesn't matter what you're famous for. If you have a name, you can become absolutely famous in anything you go into. Ryan Reynolds and Wrexham FC is a prime example of this. Lewis Capaldi having a pizza brand in Iceland is another thing of this. It's destroying everything because it's no longer about making a product that is good and people want to buy it. It's just making a celebrity's name on it and then people buy it. It's going to ruin everything. And this is only the start, because Ryan Reynolds is considering buying another football club is like a rumour. And if this is the first, there's going to be more. There's going to be more. Think of this. Formula 1, the longest and most prestigious motorsport, might be bought by Bezos and Musk. If that's Formula 1, it's going to... Everything's... Nothing's safe. But
then
there's also...
Iron Man 2 begins.
Exactly.
What? Elon?
Yeah.
Iron Man 2... The whole fight scene in the Formula
Monaco.
Oh yes.
And
Sorry,
Elon Musk is in that scene.
But the thing with Wrexham especially is that the prices of tickets have like tripled since he's taken over. Mm-hmm. So it's actually pushed out genuine fans of Wrexham FC. Because
is it not good for the town though? This
he's
is my
bringing
thing,
in.
Surely
bringing
this
in
is
money.
good for this place in Wales.
Yeah, because Wrexham's been promoted. So their first time ever being promoted.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big deal for this play. I get why. Like, I don't like Ryan Reynolds' movies, but this doesn't bother me.
But it's personally. Not. But it's no longer about the club. It's not. He's made the club about himself. Like, sure, he's promoted, but this is the thing. He's bringing in the Wrexham FC players into Hollywood because of his connections. So you're now going to see Wrexham FC players in Marvel movies because he's got connections. This is what I mean. It's this weird thing, and I don't believe
that's probably going to be like a Deadpool 3 thing.
Yeah,
like he's going to have a team with the Wrexham FC.
They're all going to cameo.
That's going to like blow it up further. Like,
it's. I think it's wrong.
The thing is, like, to me, as someone who doesn't watch or is interested in sport, any sport,
I thought it was super corrupt anyway.
Well, yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it should be about this team is performing the best, so they're the best. You know, they should have the most notoriety. Everyone should know about them.
Barcelona,
because they're the best.
Real Madrid, they're the instant ones. Instead
of it being, Ryan Reynolds and the Dayman have attached themselves to a football club, so therefore, like, I just give a shit now.
That's the thing.
Like, no, if the team is crap at football, then I don't
give a shit.
Isn't that right? I can't? Isn't it Man United does that though? They just throw their money around and just buy best players.
Okay, no, the thing of Man United is they're shit. They're shit, and they can't get out of being shit. So they're buying the best players, and surprise, surprise, they're still shit.
Oh, that's fine.
That's what's happening in Man United. They bought Ronaldo like a few years ago, and he left. And guess what? Nothing changed because they're like the management of Man United shit.
But I always thought the idea was that like Liverpool was a team made up of people from Liverpool.
No.
No. It's just
that was the original
what would
idea.
Make it engaging for me. Maybe I'd care more if that was the case. Yeah, but I don't care.
But it's like they're just throwing money around to dudes from different places. Like it's not about like separating the people. It's just like showing the best of that location. It's like you're paying respect to that area. You know.
Football's a really weird one because football is not about sport. It's about money. The whole thing, it's like my team, my sport is Benfica. Their whole tactic is they're in so much debt where they're like, they go to South America, all of their routes of recruitment in South America, and they just get the stars. The next generation of stars they're recruiting, so then they make hundreds of millions. That's their thing. That's it. And it's just, football's about money. It's not about anything else.
Like I found out recently, like in America, you know, like college football's this huge thing.
Yeah.
And it's only like semi-recently that they're starting to like pay the players, because before it was all like scholarship stuff. So it's like, oh no,
so
you're getting paid in the scholarship, so like forget all the money you're making for us. You know, which sucks. Yeah, like I'm glad they're getting a cut now, but like, man,
sport is a very, very like fascinating thing.
What's like? Have you heard about this this golf tournament? I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of these like Saudi governments are like funding it, and they're like poaching all these golfers and paying them just silly amounts for these contracts. And it's just.
This is the thing. I don't care about sport. Like even to an Olympic level, there's like corruption everywhere. The only sports I care about is like the lowest level of sport, because that's where it's like genuine like passion. People playing because they love it. Drifting is like, that is like, it's getting big, but it's still like all grassroots. But it's just like people are really good at it, do it, and it's fun. It's an enjoyment thing.
Yeah, and
I
like,
don't care about sport.
I think local stuff is really cool.
Swindon
like
FC.
Small scale, yeah. Genuinely, like I'd be more inclined to go to a Swindon FC match than like a
5 Manchester United.
Yeah.
It's like, I care about, it's a passion thing. It's like, if you love this thing, I care more about it because you love it and not because you're getting paid a lot to do it.
Well, I actually met some people from Swindon FC, and they were
okay.
Really? What was their vibe?
Swindon FC.
This was a while ago, but yeah, it was like, you know, they were footballers, right? And they were acting like footballers.
Yeah,
they played for Swindon.
You're Swindon FC, mate.
To be fair,
Rusty.
Yeah,
I've actually been in Nando's with one of the Swindon like top stars, like in that day, and it was just like, he was just normal. And they drove out, and there was a convoy of like 5 motos. It's like, of course, because even Swindon FC players do get paid a lot.
Yeah,
like a lot. They're making good money. But it's like, it is the same old thing. If you're passionate about something, I'm going to be passionate about it because you care. And that's what you don't get in any sport of that level.
Yeah, it just becomes about like...
It's corporate. It's just corporate.
Yeah. Yeah.
No different to YouTube, no different to anything, really.
But I would say my favourite sport is Valorant.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I like Halo Infinite esports.
Yes.
It doesn't even
No,
exist,
let's be honest, esports. Bleep that.
Yeah.
Esports is...
No, bro.
It's the same problem.
Smash games we'd watch?
No, Smash Rock.
Smash is
They're all
Smash.
files, but like...
Yeah, until they all turned out to be nonsense. It was cool up until that point.
No, there's the thing with Smash. Smash is a really niche because it's like, you have these like what's that really big like tournament? What's it called? We've always seen clips of it. The biggest like Smash tournament and fighting game tournament. Evo. Yeah. But then it's like, you don't watch Evo. We watch the local ones where it's just like 2 really good players.
Yeah.
That is that passionate level. Where it's like, these guys, they don't like rage, they like, shake, they're like happy.
Yeah.
They're like just playing.
Those backyard MMA things we were watching.
Yeah, that was fire.
That is sport right there.
Yeah. Just 2 dudes with nothing to lose.
In the woods somewhere.
Yeah, in the woods, a fight to the death. Yeah, that shit was awesome.
And it's just like, if a sport gets to like that superstar level, I don't care. I'll never care.
Yeah.
I just love like real people doing things they like.
But what do you think about like Formula 1?
Formula 1 is a weird thing because, I grew up with Formula 1. I've always watched Formula 1. I follow it. I watch highlights every weekend it's on.
But isn't it just as much about like the technology?
I watch it for the technology because my boss is a Formula 1 engineer. So he actually has obscene knowledge, and I've seen parts of Formula 1 cars. It's like, I watch it for technology. So far this season, I've watched more videos about the technical side than I've watched the races. Yeah. Because it's like, Red Bull are like so fast. It's insane what they're doing to get that speed. And I love that engineering side because it is like, this stuff they're doing now, 10 years time, it's going to be on your road car. That's how like advanced they are. And that's why I love it, because it's an engineering thing.
Yeah, it does push attack, doesn't it?
That's the coolest thing about Formula 1 to me.
But how do you avoid the inherent corruption thing then? If like surely whoever's got the most resources.
Well, yeah, Red Bull have like they've just see Red Bull fast because they've got this guy called Adrian Newey, and he's the one who designed the car, and he's so smart. Where they're winning by 30 seconds because of him. But at the same time, Aston Martin, English team, they've got a Canadian investor. He's plummeted billions into their team. Made a new facility, hired top people. They're like second now. And because they funneled money.
I guess that's the ideal, is you have like a handful of competitors who are about a similar level.
Yeah. If there's trickle down like benefits to everyone though, then I can see like just throwing money into that, you get more back.
Yeah,
you know, in terms of like society and benefiting everyone, like this tech someday could be put into
road cars.
Yeah,
hybrid. I think the hybrid Formula 1 has been going on for like 10 years base figure, and Mercedes have dominated it. Guess what? Mercedes now make hybrid cars that are good because they've been using that in Formula 1. It is beneficial because all these really geniuses are still working on other things. Their skills can be applied so far, and that's where you advance technology. It's like the Cold War. It's like just an advancement of technology. And they're going Formula 1 is going, I think in 2026 they're getting a new power plant regulations, 0 carbon.
Really?
They're using artificial fuels that make no pollution. And obviously Porsche is like been rumored to go in, and they've got cars running on the 0 pollution bio made fuel, artificial fuel. And it's like, if they're doing this in Formula 1 now, your car in 20 years isn't going to be using petrol. It's going to be using a fuel that makes no emissions. And this is going to say, Doomers, you're being naive, because we're not going to be using petrol fuels because science would advance so much where we're using fuels that make no emissions, which means we don't need battery cars. We just modify what we have. And that's the thing. It's everything, climate change, everything is an engineering problem. What you're thinking might be a problem, they've already fixed. That's how far ahead engineering is in terms of everything else. Think of like SpaceX. Because I watched one of their recent launches, and it was just like the rocket just landed. It was like, oh, that's the 5th one. It's done. A fucking rocket going to space has landed for the 5th time on the 5th mission. In the 70s, it was like they'd throw it in the bin. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, isn't like the real challenge like making a mass marketable, mass producible product? That's like where it gets challenging, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then it just becomes like perfecting and making it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah, which
like, is where electric cars are at. Like that's the process we're in.
The electric cars is fascinating to me because it's not the future. It's not the future for Earth, Mars, Moon, whatever. Yeah, it is. But like, I think there's been a recent thing where the Chinese government or Chinese companies are investing in sodium batteries, because lithium, no matter how you cut it, if we keep using lithium, we're going to destroy everything because there's not enough lithium to actually do like widespread batteries. So we need an alternative technology. So batteries aren't the answer, and they're not going to be.
Yeah, it's so resource intensive, isn't it?
Yeah. Then you look at hydrogen and fuel cells and adapting old cars, like Toyota announcing the A86 on hydrogen. You literally just modify an engine and you can run on hydrogen. It's not efficient. It uses way more hydrogen, but that's like a technology. It's like you never ever like get worried or anxious about the future when it comes to technologies, because like engineering is so insane, and that they're doing things now that we're not going to know about for years.
Maybe an AI can crack it.
We've already cracked it. If Porsche have done mainstream tests on like biofuels and man-made fuels that are carbon-free, then that is the future. So just don't stress. And that is another thing. Get into engineering. Engineering is like a highly advanced and like required work. So if you have like that brain, all go into engineering. Best thing I've done. It pays well as well, so you can buy Nissans.
Well, guys, I want to end on this one from Impossible Ad 8169. What are Alex's thoughts on him almost turning 30? Any advice for people going through their 20s? Kind of touched on this earlier with Dream. Early 20s fella, insecure as doesn't know what he's doing. And man, if you don't look back at yourself from your early 20s and feel that way, you've got problems, man.
I
think you're allowed to be a mess when you're 20.
Yeah,
I think you have to be a mess.
Yeah,
you have to fuck up and like actually be a depressed piece of shit.
You're gonna make mistakes
because you're gonna be so much happier.
You don't know.
You're gonna be so
I wouldn't quite go that far, but like
I would.
I think this period is like when you actually discover yourself and what you actually want to be and do and
like what you believe in, what you actually think. You're like,
what I would say is there's a timeline that's like you're a young kid, you love what you love, you go into secondary school, that all gets stripped away by the system, and then from 18 to 24, 25 is when like you learn yourself. 26, you're like you're starting to be comfortable with who you are. I've said this recently with music and how like I've now discovered this what I love in music. And I'm 26. And you shouldn't rush that, and there's this view where it's like you're all like the younger you are, the better your life is, and all these old people say like I'd go back 20 years and I'll be young again, and then I talk to people my age and they're like I'm so much happier now than I was 10 years ago.
And people get absolutely crippled by like shoulds. I'm 22, so I should have this thing. I should have this.
I think in the UK, and I would say America, I know it's different in other countries, but we're so grind focused on where you should be in your career.
Big time.
Like I've only just recently changed career like a year ago, and it's like I'm doing this so late, but it doesn't make any difference because that's when I found where I want to be. So you should never ever rush or push yourself into that, and that's why I would say don't go to uni. Because you're pushing yourself down a path you don't even know.
It depends
you like.
on the type of person you are.
Yeah.
If you're someone that like you know what you want, like now, then go to uni and study that thing.
But then I would disagree because then you might end up in a career that you actually hate in practice.
But the thing is that like you do that for a few years. It's never too late to
learn,
to switch and make a change. And sure, it might be like a financial sort of knock or. You know, it sets you back.
But it doesn't.
But if you're moving towards what you want,
you should.
Then it's not setting you back.
No, it's actually you're setting you forward.
You're just steering.
Because you've gone like you're there in your career and you've changed path, but you've not gone down. You've just kind of gone to the side.
Yeah, you've.
Because now you're actually gonna get a much better peak because you're gonna like what you do.
Yeah.
And it's like, why I'm 26, I'm in college. You know, and it's like it's not a knock against me. I'm like machining, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, education is always good. Our mum went to uni when she was like in her 40s.
That's the thing is uni especially. It's like there's so many courses where there's so many older people because they can get a uni degree.
And there are benefits.
And honestly, I feel like if I went to uni now compared to when I was 17, I would actually engage in it probably now. Whereas I just would take
it would be
pace.
now it would be less about getting them up. It'll be about like actually drilling down and learning how to type right.
That's the thing. It's like I would say like if I've done the college course I'm doing now as a kid, God, I'd been so much sloppier. But it's like it's like they give us 3 breaks in the day, and it's just like, can I just work through them? Yeah. Because then I'm just gonna get the work done, and I want to do the work. It's like I'm almost restrained by the system wanting to. Being catered to like younger people, and it's like I care about what I do. I've done all my coursework on. I use ChatGPT, but not that. But it's like I do my coursework, and I'm in the lesson. I'm asking like, what about if I want to do this? Because I'm just trying to suck in all that information that. Because a lot of these like lecturers, especially in like engineering stuff, they're like 40 years experienced. They know what you want to know, and they're not going to give it to you. You got to suck it.
Yeah,
not suck it straight out.
Suck it good, man.
But it's like
suck that A grade, dude.
It's like these people have this expertise, but they're not going to give it to you. But if you're hyper, like, actually interested, they want to spill it because they know you care. And you're not going to get that as, like, an 18-year-old. You're not going to realise that opportunity.
That's the thing.
But now I'm like...
To anyone listening or watching who is in that kind of age range, you know, doing your GCSEs, doing your A-levels, man, like, my brain now, like, me now doing that stuff, I would have applied myself. I would have actually, like, done something. So... do it now.
One thing I
saying that though, it's also a journey. Like, I can't be held up on the way I behaved throughout sixth form. You know, because what's the point? Like, and no matter how much my dad said to me, like, just like, do it. You'll love it in the future. It's like, but I wasn't there.
Yeah. I didn't revise a single second for GCSE. I just did it all.
Yeah, I've never revised in my life.
But I just, kind of bullshit my way through somehow. But that didn't work at A-level, though.
Yeah, I think that's genuinely a problem with the education system.
Mm.
The gap between GCSE and A-level is too big for people who, like,
bungled their way through GCSEs.
Yeah,
I was coasting.
Yeah, I coasted, and, like, I did well in GCSE, and I didn't deserve to do
weirdly well at GCSE.
Yeah, like, so then it became the thing in my head. It was an affirmation, like, oh, I'm just naturally
I can
really
just
clever.
do that. Yeah,
I can just
that's
do
when I
nothing,
played Dead Space 1. That's all I remember from that era. Is like in the study leave, I played Dead Space 1.
In AS level for me, GTA 5 came out, and I was like, well, like I'm already a genius. I've gotten good grades from doing nothing. So I don't need to do anything.
It's almost like
play video games.
you. It's like overachieving to underachieving, and then becoming depressed as a result of that.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh, I've done so well, and then you struggle, and then you're really like depressed because you're like, I fucked this up.
No, because that was like a humbling moment for me. Was the first year of sixth form. Like I did terribly in the AS like exams.
Yeah, I did pretty rubbish.
And then I retook the first year with different subjects. But that was kind of like the humbling I needed to actually like apply myself.
Yeah.
And then I did fine. I think you actually like gotta like wear your failures like a backpack and learn from them.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. It's okay to make them, and you're gonna, especially when you're that fucking age. You know, like that's fine. Don't beat yourself up for it.
That is the point. That's why you're doing it. Like you can't learn without getting it wrong. All of the best learning experiences in my life have been when like I f***ed up.
Yeah. No, I believe humans can't improve unless they fuck up, and you've got to fuck up and then be like, I fucked up.
Yeah, because then you fuck up.
Yeah, you analyze what you've done, your mindset, and then you're like,
and you've got this permanent point of reference too.
Yeah,
in your history, you know.
Even in work though, it's even in work like shock when you go into a job, you're gonna fuck up. And when I fucked up, I was always like, I would become like obscene levels of depression because it was like I'm so hard on myself. But then it's just like 3 weeks later, it's improved, and my colleagues like, yeah, you've done really well. You've like improved. You've noticeably improved, and it's like, yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah, it's what like, Batman Begins is about.
You got to take down Raish.
One thing
to kill him.
Just like Batman would.
Just like Batman would.
What I would say, I think this is a human thing as well, is just like asking for help. Do it more than you think. Actually, like clarify
that's a great
shit.
Bit of advice, because like, I was always way too shy, like in sixth form in school to like.
Me too.
They're like an infinite resource. These people.
That's the thing. Like there's even recently, it's just like using machines. If I fuck up on these machines, I can die. That this is the danger of these machines.
Yeah, it could pull your eyes out.
And there's so many times when I'll stand there and I'm looking at the teacher, and all that's going through my head is like, I'm so shy, I don't want to ask. And it's just like nothing happening. It's just
it's literally what they're there for. That's what you remind yourself. It's what they're there for.
Yeah, you just ask for help, and then you could, even at work, I'm like, I don't know how to fucking do this. It's just fucking me off. And it's just like, it works. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Ever. Say that in education, emotionally, anything. Just asking for help is always a good thing.
Yeah. I'll say
it's
the end of the episode.
Yeah. It's been a long one. Okay, I need to go piss.
No, I need to...
I need to